Taylor Self, CrossFit Charlotte, you coach there. You're most well known for Savon, being a part of Savon's people. How'd that? So let's go to there. Well, before that, how old are you?
30. I just turned 30.
You're just 30. It's the head. You could have told me 20. You could have told me 60, and I'd have been like, okay.
Yeah, I get older than I am a lot, which is like, you know.
It's the
I gotta
head.
reduce my inflammation. Maybe I'm training too much.
You could be. How'd you find CrossFit?
My sister introduced it to me.
Where are you from?
Virginia, Northern Virginia. My sister was a diver. She found CrossFit.
Like diver, like the sport of diving?
The sport of diving, yeah. She dove for Clemson. So she was really good and active. I wasn't super active. She introduced me.
What's your athletic background?
I played sports, but I'm a recovering drug addict. So
are you really?
Like, yeah, my favorite activity was that.
I didn't know this.
And so typically I was like, I was playing sports, but while under the influence of other things.
What was your drug?
I mostly smoked weed. I dabbled in some opiates, drank a lot.
Can you be a drug addict with weed?
Oh, dude, don't get me started.
What is that? I mean,
it's a gateway drug, dude, for sure.
That's a real thing.
You can be so addicted.
No, because I've smoked weed, but I've never dabbled in like.
I think you can be so addicted to it, and I think there are weird people, probably like you, that don't get addicted to it when you do it.
But I have an addictive personality, and I know because of that.
When did you first try it?
Like I was probably 13, 14.
Okay, that's crazy.
Why is that crazy?
Because I thought maybe you weren't addicted because you tried after your frontal lobe was fully developed.
No, I would go to like dead shows as a kid.
Yeah, I'm
47.
I was that young. I was like 12 when I first smoked weed.
Yeah,
Sixth grade, I was young.
No, but like in college, like for the record, like I did like ecstasy and stuff. But like I had friends who would then like do coke, and like in my mind, I was like, that's not okay. Ecstasy. Totally okay.
When I was
you know it.
Right before I got sober, I was.
So you don't do anything.
Anything, yeah. So I was smoking weed a lot. I was doing some opiates. I was drinking alcohol.
Have you talked about this? Like,
yeah.
I should have done my research.
No, I mean it's not like I'm not that well known, so it's not like a. But anyways, so right before I got sober, I was really trying to get into hard stuff. I was like actively trying to.
Into better drugs?
Yeah, harder drugs.
Like how hard is it to try? Like why wasn't it just happening?
Because the drug dealers I was buying drugs from were like, no, dude, we're not giving you this.
Oh, like you were that bad, but the drug dealers are like, no.
They're like, fuck this little ginger, this fat little ginger. We're not giving you these hard drugs.
Did you go to college?
After I got sober. I got sober when I was 16, so really young.
Wait, you got sober when you were 16?
I started when I was 12, dude. So it was like a 4-year stint. I had a lot of external circumstances, like my dad died, grandfather died, had a lot of weird stuff happen that allowed me to accelerate at a really fast pace in that kind of.
How are you getting drugs as a 13-year-old?
My friend's older brother was a drug dealer.
This is in North Carolina.
No, this was in Virginia at the time, outside of DC. My friend's older brother was a legit drug dealer.
Oh, outside of DC, right?
He had garbage bags full of weed, and he sold other stuff.
So you're doing weed, and what else did you do?
Some opiates, prescription drugs like Oxycontin, codeine.
Yeah, because that was like around that time, like if it was like 14 years ago.
Yep.
Where it was like
pills were a big thing. Roxy's.
And I do think I was lucky in that like I graduated college before that big boom.
Big opiate, yeah. So that was a big thing still. Now it's like fentanyl and everything. Actually, my friend who I smoked weed with for the first time and whose brother was a drug addict, OD'd, maybe in like 2021. We had like a COVID funeral. Could have been me. It was crazy, yeah.
But you've been sober for like
13 years.
13 years?
Yeah. It was April 21st, 2012.
I got to give you credit. Like that's probably really hard as a 16-year-old to be introspective. Like at 16, I knew everything, right? So it's like,
yeah.
And now that I have kids, I joke. It's like, sorry, mom. Like I was like, you think you know more than your parents. And
yeah.
You're like, but like, so how did that come about?
My mom had tried to take me to rehab. My dad passed away, and so that accelerated things a ton. I had a couple like oh shit moments. One, I totaled a car. I was DUI. I was drunk driving.
You probably didn't have a license.
I had my I could drive during the daytime license.
Yeah.
And I was driving at like 2 a.m. hammered, Four Locos, I was fucking wasted, yeah. And flipped this car. Same kid who OD'd was in the passenger seat with me. Was going like 100. Totaled this car. Neither of us got hurt. It was like a half mile from my house. We got out, shit-faced, walked back to my house. By the time I got to my house, cops were there.
You're like, they won't know it was us.
Yeah, I was like, chill, dude. I was trying to tell them, they're like, so what happened? And I got like 4 words in, and I started crying. I was like, I drank. I was so drunk. But so that happened, and then there was like this weird 6-month period where like I'd wake up every morning and I knew something was off and I wanted to stop. I was like, man, I gotta stop doing this. I like hate myself, and I just couldn't. And then there was this day where I just like, hey, Mom, I need help. I can't stop. And that was, I don't know, God moment. So I went to rehab, and then
like a check-in in-person one?
4 months, yeah, very long stint. And I think what made it not easy, but what made it manageable for me was getting that 4-month break away from people who would have been a bad influence. Like that kid, I stopped talking to him. And also my dad dying helped, unfortunately, kind of a silver lining of it. But like I didn't spend time with him before he passed away. I was just full into my addiction, and I resented alcohol, drugs, all that stuff, because I like blamed it all on that. My own choices, obviously.
Yeah,
I'm aware of that, but that helped me a little bit.
It's been 14 years. So you then went on to have a pretty standard graduate high school.
I graduated high school. I still was like a big troublemaker. I didn't adjust many of my actions other than just not doing drugs. Got kicked out of high school sober, graduated, wanted to go into the Navy. They're like, you have all these things.
For the record, they let Fern in, so yeah.
Yeah, I know. And I read this book, Fearless. It's like the Adam Brown documentary.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, man, he was a meth head. I could do it. And it's just a different time. They're like, no, you can't do it right now. We don't want you. And then I started going to college. Around that time, I was getting to college for social work. I was working in treatment centers. Found CrossFit around that time.
It's like 10, 12 years ago now? You've been in
8 to 10, longer than 8, maybe almost 10. And then moved to Charlotte to transfer schools.
What school were you going?
UNCC, University of North Carolina, Charlotte, School of Social Work, and started coaching with Andy at his gym.
Yeah, Andy Hendel, OG.
And then like COVID hit, and I was like, man, I don't want to do school anymore. I don't want to even work in social work. I don't want to work with people that don't want the help, basically. I don't want to take 10 years to get like my master's in social work so I can be a licensed clinical therapist for people whose moms bring them into me. Like, I want to help people who want it. And I had been coaching CrossFit, and my dad was a coach, my grandfather was a coach in sports. It just felt kind of natural.
And this is like a full-time gig? Is this how you pay your bills?
Sentinel, my program is.
Your Train Sentinel is yours, right?
Yeah.
And I've heard, because this will come out if you were taking like 1,000 people.
We have 1,000.
You hit it already?
Yeah.
So they can't do it if they're watching this?
No, I mean, actually, I'll just probably talk about it now. We're switching platforms and softwares, and what's making it easiest on the new software is if we change the price after we switch, but that's going to happen in a few weeks. So there are going to be more than 1,000 people that have it at $20, and
Forever, though.
Forever, yeah.
And that's
$20 a month.
CrossFit programming, though.
Can I say that? Yes.
Edit that. It's constantly very functional movements and high intensity.
Honestly, if you're looking for an online program, there's probably not one that's more constantly very functional movements high intensity than Sentinel, outside of maybe Main Site.
Yeah, I was going to say other than .com.
Yeah. But I mean ones you can pay for that are actually good.
And what platform are you on?
We're on Fitter now, and we're moving to Strivey. Just a better user experience. Cool. It's a newer app, but the guys working with us, they have it's fast. App we're on now kind of glitches a bit.
Are you a big Stoicism fan?
Is that why? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got Memento Mori. My arm is...
I read Ryan Holiday's books. And
yeah, I love it.
Unfortunately, during COVID, he was like, wear 2 masks, and he went crazy.
Yeah.
It's okay.
The
books are amazing.
Do you read the Daily Stoic or anything?
Yep.
Yeah,
and I read Ego's
the
Enemy, read Obstacles Away. I would say the thing I learned...
His book on the 4 virtues are great, the one for each one.
Really? I think probably one of the biggest takeaways from his books are taking really admirable traits from people that you don't necessarily agree with in every aspect, and learning from those traits and not letting the things you disagree with cloud their wisdom.
That's a great segue here. Yeah, but no, his books I really enjoy listening to. He reads them, but for the same thing, like the books on the different virtues, wisdom, courage, all that. uses a lot.
Temperance. What's a discipline?
Justice.
Is it justice? Okay,
He uses a lot of like real examples. Like Lou Gehrig was a great one. And
that's a great. Maybe I have read that
because
I remember
they're
the
new.
Lou Gehrig.
So the one is still coming out. But I buy all of the.
I need more temperance, probably.
Well, so you and I haven't interacted. I mean, I have. If somebody like, what do you think about Taylor? Like, I don't really know.
You're too good at what you do, I would say.
Me?
Yeah.
At what?
Rage baiting.
I don't ever feel like you would.
Oh, dude, you're a great rage
But
baiter.
I don't.
All I know you is from the internet.
But
And what is your jam?
What? Just coaching my posts on the internet? You mean? What?
Just coaching on the internet, dude. You rage bait.
That's
You're
fun.
so good at rage
That's
baiting.
funny though, because I would not. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but
Maybe that's why you're so good.
I get
at
frustrated. I don't get frustrated. To be fair, I don't consider it rage bait. Like I'm like, this is how I feel.
Yeah.
Right? And also, like to a degree, it's like, yes, we have a podcast,
Mm-hmm.
but you are like, when you have your belief, and to the one, like the first thing we could talk about, like you have an hour to talk about it.
Yeah.
Where I have like a carousel at most.
Yeah, for sure.
So like, it was Cody, who is a huge fan of all the stuff
Cody's
you do.
cool.
Yeah, you put out there, and so whenever you guys mention me, Cody, because I don't not like watching you guys. I don't watch a lot of
you don't have
CrossFit,
time.
to be
I get
honest.
it. I don't
yeah.
expect everyone.
But I know who I watch a lot is Dents.
Oh yeah.
What's her
wow,
name?
She's good, Jenny.
Jenny.
She'll love that.
I watch her just because it's like
Go watch her latest reel.
I watch her just on YouTube because
My ass
that's
is
how
in it.
Is it? That's how I get my information on CrossFit, through her, and she's funny. She's got like some good stuff too, and so do you guys. And Savon had me on, and I grew up in New York, like as a huge Howard Stern fan. Even today, whatever you think about Howard Stern, like I still love Howard Stern.
That's our model for success.
Yeah, no, and I'm like,
what's the thing called that he used to, the Sibian?
yeah, I know the Sibian. I've never been on it, but I've heard of it. I've never seen any videos.
You've never been on it.
But no, but I mean, I could see it in Savon, so it's like I love it.
Yeah.
No, but so you
I just fall into the trap of you have a hot take and I disagree with it, and I'm like a super emotional person.
Well, and it's also like I just had David Osorio sitting right there. I'm like, I get so mad when you disagree with me because you're right, and it's like just like we can both be right.
Yeah.
And I think my frustration often becomes, even you at Charlotte, it's like you're at a fucking outlier gym.
Yeah.
The shit that works at CrossFit Charlotte doesn't work when other gym owners are running a shitty box, right? Yeah. Like David, I'm like, yeah, you can have classes because you have 800 members.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, Cody sent me the one where you're like, that Ackerman's belief is like regional athletes are stupid.
No, I remember the post. I wish you gotta, if you're watching this, you gotta go look it up because you have a good take.
And so did you.
It was essentially that there's only a handful of reasons you should train more than once a day.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
And okay, so go.
What are your reasons you should train more than once a day?
And for the record, like I train a lot right now
because
I'm 47 and my job allows it. And it's so what are reasons you should train more than once a day? Okay, the obvious reason.
You gave 3.
Oh, did I give
only 3?
Don't ask me to quote my own reasons. Oh, I don't even know what I would have said.
You're a games athlete. That was 1.
Yeah. Okay, so your training warrants it essentially. What would be another reason?
And this is perfect because you can't even name 2 others that you think it's worth doing.
Okay, but let's go back. Like, imagine I didn't post it. Why should anyone train more than once a day? Maybe you had a sport specific.
That was another reason you gave, yeah.
And then I would say, if I had another one, it's just like, it's your way of decompressing.
Okay, that's good. I don't know that was your third one.
Yeah, I don't know, because I don't even remember what, like I said.
You use sport specific, you use training for the games.
Because, like, for example, there are days where I train more than once a day. Like, I do CrossFit and then I go to jiu-jitsu.
Okay. Maybe that was the other one. My take was, maybe, and this is even independent from your age, but if you're at a point in your life, I would say this is what training more than once a day did for me. You have been, imagine somebody's been doing CrossFit 20 years, and those 20 years of workouts once a day have built this massive track record of overcoming things that are hard, becoming a better person, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm been doing CrossFit 1 year, and I'm a shitty person, and I want to become a better person way faster.
Yeah.
I don't want to wait 20 years.
Would that work? I don't know.
Well, I feel like it worked for me, and I'm not saying I'm a great person now, but
I think we could all agree you're not.
I would, but hey, I know what I'm not now, and I'm not a quitter. And when I started CrossFit,
you quit one thing.
I was that's true. or maybe I'm not quitting being sober. You know, maybe, hey, you could look at it that way.
I don't want you to leave here and start doing drugs again. Whatever the right answer is.
But if something got hard, I would stop. I was like, I'm not cut out for it. You know, it's just not for me.
I think, so again, so as to not, Instagram limits what I can say. And also, to be honest, I'm just often lazy. Like, I don't expand on it.
Yeah.
I think what I'm really saying a lot of the time is like, hey, you who's training 2 or 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
What are you running away from? Right? Like, and not everyone is, for the record. But I said in our affiliate, we had our mastermind before this.
Yep.
And a lot of our clients, they look at me, and I'm not trying to be arrogant, but like they think I'm disciplined. Because like, I go to bed early, I wake up early, I work out, and it's like, working out for me is not discipline. Like, it would probably actually be more disciplined to take a day off.
It's an indulgence.
Right? It's like, the analogy I use is like, how disciplined would I be if my wife was like, let's have sex? Like, yes, okay, and let's do it again tomorrow. Cool. Like, there's no discipline required, right? And the same holds true for working out, but a lot of people are like, I work out for 3 hours. I'm like, you know what you would actually be better served doing? Like, being present for your kids or your wife or your husband, or like working harder at your job. Like, so that's more so what I'm saying.
And do you know a lot of people like that who like I guess maybe
I think a lot of what I related to is when I owned my affiliates, there was this group, this clique of people that were essentially training for regionals, which also my belief is like, it's not that prestigious. Or let me rephrase that.
Hey, to be fair, yesterday you were like, you can beat Jason Khalipa in a workout. He wouldn't qualify for today's regionals.
He's also 40.
Him back then might qualify for today's regionals.
Yeah, no, and I take back, like, I don't mean it like that. It's prestigious. It's to me has always been somewhat of an absurd goal.
It's and why?
I think it's the goal of like, I'm only trying to make it to the semis. If you were like, I want to be a games athlete,
I agree with that.
You know,
I agree with your sole goal. Well,
but to your point, I also could have, like, you changed my stance. I'm like, I'm gonna go compete in a jiu-jitsu tournament in 2 weeks.
Right.
It's like,
why?
In the Masters division of brown belts, like at some point, it's like, what does anything mean?
And
right?
yes, but also the effort and the discipline required to reach that goal is making that person a better person, as long as they're not neglecting greater responsibilities. And those greater,
good, yeah.
Yeah. And I 100% agree with you. I guess that's not what I first think of when I hear of someone who's just trying to make a living. I think of a young kid, and by kid I mean someone up to like 25.
Yeah, I think of the older people. It's like, hey, go get a job.
Right. But hey, like I mean, for me, that goal, I wanted to win the games, and I never even made it. But it made me really good at CrossFit. It made me really good at coaching. It made me like obsessed with it to the point to where I now have.
But you're an outlier. So the other.
Aren't we trying to make more outliers?
Yeah, I think so. There was a group of people in, like, call it 14, 15 era when I had my box, who were like overdoing it. You know, some of them made it to regionals. We had a team go, all the things. But here's the commonality amongst them 10 years later. They're either hurt or burned out and no longer doing it. So that's a big part of it too. Like, I want to see you doing this in 20 years.
Try Sentinel and you won't. So this is the problem. Because Dave and Boz program squats 5 out of the 7 regionals, 5 out of the 7 workouts in a regional weekend, people trained that way. And they're like, oh, the outlaw way. I'm going to do thrusters today, pistols tomorrow.
You weren't even around when Rudy was around, were you?
I mean, I know of him, but let me just tell you, if you guys want constantly varied, so you don't feel beat up all the time.
But to a point, like, even if you are constantly varied, it would
I'm being facetious.
I understand that, but it'd be hard to be like, you couldn't train for 3 hours a day and not have redundancy eventually, right?
Yes, but you can train for 3 hours a day with redundancy, as long as that redundancy, I think what a lot of competitive programs have shifted to in a good way for training is a lot of machine. We're going to get off the tracks, but a lot of machine work because you can be
Meaning like zone 2 type stuff?
not even zone 2, but just relying on machines for intensity. So like if I'm going to do an interval workout to accumulate volume, I'll have a set amount of weightlifting and gymnastic exercises. So I keep the reps limited, and then the max rep portions like machine stuff. And that allows me to
not as likely to over.
You're not going to overdo it, but you can still get crazy intensity.
Yeah.
That's beside the point.
No,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, no, I think that was it. It was just like these people are burning out, they're getting hurt, and then they're not coming back. And what the games being in Albany this past year, which is where my box was, I say this like the number of old members I saw that were like completely out of shape.
Oh, wow.
Right? It was like, oh, because you overdid it. And like, I've been doing CrossFit nearly 20 years. And the reason I still do this is because I never had that. Except for when I used to compete against Todd Acuto and beat him in the Open.
You want the record, Brendan? You want the record? Let's go.
But I never went crazy because I was running my gym. I was doing the things. So I never burned myself out.
I think another thing, and I hate to keep sucking my own wiener, but I think another thing.
I'm not going to.
Maybe after you said you would.
I did. I didn't say I would. I was on drugs.
I think another way to not burn out is to actually do CrossFit. So, and there are a lot of programs who don't do that.
Yeah,
they do stuff that's so redundant, and you're doing the same thing every week, and the same cycle, and the same lift every Monday, and like, I don't know how many people. Well, I mean, to your credit, not into CrossFit's credit, I don't know how many people could follow main site and get burned out on that. I don't know how many people who go to a gym and do real cross. Right, exactly. But I don't think it's necessarily to a point. Yes, if you're doing an absurd amount of volume and your goal is to compete, you're going to have to repeat things. But also, if you're doing it in as CrossFitable way as possible, there's still such a massive repertoire of exercises that we consider CrossFit that you should be able to vary the implement or the movement variation or this or that.
But at some point, no matter how much variance you're doing, it's just like mentally.
You're beating yourself into the ground.
And also the other component I would throw into that is it going back to like affiliate ownership. I said like people see David Asoria's take on affiliate ownership, and it's like when you see the games athlete, like back in the day it was like Rich drinks milk and eats peanut butter. That's what I need to do.
Yeah.
And it's the same with training. It's like they take the sexy part, which is the training and the volume, and they completely disregard the body work, the sleep, the recovery, right? And
That's
it's
fair.
like it's that part of it. And like I think we're kind of saying the same thing, but let me say what I really liked about what you said was I do think it's challenging people to be better versions. I just don't want to see their identities be fitness, and then when they don't, because I had members too where it's like they didn't make it and they didn't burn out, they didn't get hurt, but their identity was so wrapped up in I'm a regional athlete that they couldn't come back to class.
Right. Yeah. See, I think, and maybe for me, a powerful advantage I had prior to that was I was reading a lot of things like Ego is the Enemy, The Obstacle is the Way, Goggins books, a lot of military biographies where I was looking for these people. You know, my dad died. I was looking for these people with admirable character traits that I wanted to mimic or kind of obtain myself. And they were all that kind of, hey, the most admirable thing isn't if you succeed in a goal that you set for yourself, but the most admirable thing is that you do everything that you can to get it. And you acquire all of the character traits and the skills and the toughness and the resilience. And so for me, I really do see like all of that training is, while I have like a massive work capacity across broad time over domains, I'm proud of how fit I am. I'm way more proud of how mentally resilient I am because I used to, and physically too, I used to be a fat ginger. I'm still a ginger. I'm not fat everywhere. Right now I got some love handles, but
you have a massive upper body. And your shoulders.
Dude, come on. My lower body.
Yeah, I mean, you're sitting. Yeah, you're big, thick quads. Yeah, you're a big dude. What do you weigh? 220?
No, I don't know actually. I'm definitely heavier. I competed at like 195, and I was known for like my running and.
Really, at 195?
I'm a really good runner, but right now I'm a little heavy, so probably around 205.
And go back to what you said, like, because I fall into the trap of like physical adversity, and I think part of that is it's like easy to track. Like, how are you tracking mental adversity? right? But you're like, I get up and I
The
run.
physical adversity is how you track that.
Yeah, but again, it goes back to like, I wake up early to train in my basement. Like, is that hard? Like for me, the hardest thing in my life.
Do you want to do it every morning?
There are days I don't, for sure, but I'd say more often than not, I enjoy training.
Well, the days you don't want to do it and you do it anyways that's how you track your mental adversity. And I know it's still vague and
yeah,
obscure.
no, I get what you're saying. Because I'm the person I'm speaking to a lot. I'm like, oh, you know what's way harder for me? I've got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, and when they're screaming, staying calm.
Oh yeah.
Right, like so, like that's for me, like that's hard. Like that's discipline. Like working out at 5 a.m. is like.
Maybe you've acquired that ability from all of those.
Yeah, no, there's a trickle.
Yeah, and maybe
for sure.
and maybe you haven't also at the same time. But I think for me, there is a point in a workout almost always, maybe not almost always, but so frequently where it's like,
it's where you break.
Yeah, you should just quit, or you should just quit. You don't have to do this right now.
So
you don't have to do this. And every time, and as people like we have this thing in our brain that's like, that voice that's always talking, and you don't understand the ramifications of that voice until you're able to step back and try to be objective and like, what is this thing saying to me right now? Why is it saying that? Why do I listen to it?
Well,
it's kind of
definitely makes you tougher, stronger.
But that voice, it's like you learn that I don't have to listen to that voice, or you learn how to shift that voice. And either way, both ways sometimes, training that, I think that's, to become resilient and tough, I think you have to somehow either completely step back from that voice and be objective and kind of separate from it. You got to learn how to control it, or you have to learn how to just not listen to it. And I think for me, the best way to do that is, well, one, even just becoming aware that it exists, but putting yourself in situations where you can push against it a little bit.
Push Press is the easiest full suite software that you can get to run your business.
One of the best things about Push Press, I would say, is the customer service. Hands down, they are the best. We know them all by name. They hear a lot from us.
They know us.
And they know us, but they're there to help you. And they're also gym owners, so they understand. They are out of this world and helping their clients and just have a true passion for helping gym owners. They're so good with customer service.
If you're not using it and your business is ready for it, or you're having stress with the system you're using, it's a no-brainer to give them a call.
Before we found Push Press, managing different things was very complicated and confusing, and so we just needed something that was more user-friendly.
If I had to describe Push Press, it would be comprehensive, because they really understand what a gym owner needs, and they give us all the tools that we need to be successful. In fact, I don't think I've ever talked to somebody from Push Press that didn't own a gym. So they understood, and I immediately connected with the people there, and the products that they gave me were just, this is everything I needed. Like, where have you guys been my whole life?
The best way that I can describe Push Press is absolutely phenomenal.
If I had a gym owner friend that didn't have Push Press, I would tell them that it's life-changing when it comes to having more time to work on the business, and the support is coming from other gym owners that are trying to do the same thing that I'm trying to do.
All right, guys, if you like this content, please subscribe to the podcast. But understand, we work with affiliates. If you are interested in building your business, understanding strategy, building a better community, and building better coaches and careers for them, hit the link somewhere around this video, and we'd love to have a call with you.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Do you think you've replaced your drug addiction with
100%.
fitness addiction? I think that, because even back in the day, I had a lot of people in recovery join the gym. And I mean, to like the Phoenix is here. Like, I think, for the record, if you were like, well, I'm either going to work out or do drugs, I'd be like, all right, come work out. Like, I get it.
Yeah. And I probably overdo it. I don't.
And you'd argue, are you overdoing it if you're getting fitter? And the answer would be no, right?
Yes. And I think, and you're also right, I'm in a unique situation where every workout I do is an opportunity for me to test something, create something.
Well, it's your job, and you're doing there's a very different, like, if you were like, I do it for, I'm like, you're doing the thing. Like, keep doing it.
Yeah.
But it's the guys who are like, you must have people, even at CrossFit Charlotte, where it's like, I'm coming in more, I'm doing more. By the way, I'm neglecting my wife. My kids hate me. I'm like, well, how about a little less fitness?
I don't think we have those. And that's really crazy.
Well, and that's also,
Andy's culture.
Andy, right? Like,
if you do open gym at our gym, chances are you have really thick skin.
Because why? Because you're goofing on him?
No, I'm not. Andy's favorite thing is to be like, yeah, you're never gonna make it to the games. Don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Don't know
Well,
what you're doing.
then my argument to Andy would be like, well, why do you offer it then?
Right, and that's the logical argument, and it is they
Well,
pay
his
$165 a month.
Correct.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Just shut up about it. And but not in a bad way. You know, it's funny. It's funny, but I think the guys who do open gym at our gym are like 5 years younger than me. They're
going
mostly
to the games.
young adult.
Yeah.
They're going to the games.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. It's like
You fucking
I grew. You should speak, Ricky. I'm gonna make it now just to show you. No, and I always use the analogy of like I'm a huge mixed martial art fan. It's like I do jiu-jitsu. Like I don't have any delusion of like making it to the UFC. But it's funny. It's because of virtuosity, right? People watch the games like that. I can do that,
Yeah.
and you're like richest thrustering 225.
Yeah.
Right. Like, but he looks like it's 85 pounds. Let's take a step back. We didn't get to this part after the whole thing. How did you get mixed up in the Savon world?
Oh well, do you know you are aware of Brian Friend? He did it all basically.
I know of him. I'm like super like. You guys don't like him, right?
No,
because you guys have a lot of enemies in the Savon world. Fern's one of them. Savon hates Fern.
Oh, does he?
Well, he wouldn't talk about it.
I like Fern a lot after his talk this morning.
He crushed it, right?
He made a crazy joke. I thought everybody
Which
was
joke did you think was funny?
It was a gay joke.
The one about me?
Yeah, that was crazy. I thought everybody was going to post black squares and leave. It was,
where he said I'm coming out of the closet?
Yeah, that was good.
Somebody was like, "You're in your closet." I was like, "It was a gay joke." Like, he was making fun of me.
I can't. If they didn't get that, that was crazy. I heard that and I went,
"No, Fern."
Wow,
I mean,
that was good.
Fern, Marcus, and I, our other partner, who often doesn't get talked about. I tell my wife all the time, if I die, my phone is free reign. Never look at that text thread. You'll never. You have those threads. I mean, you probably have more than one. But
we have one. Yeah.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Most dudes, whenever I meet a guy, a man, that gets offended, I'm always like, oh, we could never. That's why I like you guys, because I tell people, like, there is nothing you would ever say to me. That's the issue with the rage bait too, because I'm unoffendable. You can make fun of my religion, my height, my kids, and it's like I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So I never understand why someone is offended by what I say.
I'm pretty offended. I would say
you're the same.
I am. Yeah, but I also am emotional. So like, I have
none of that.
Yeah, I'm emotional. So
what would be something that hit you that offended you? Because now I want to know what I need to do it.
Well,
I
I think to dig actually deep, when you were saying, there's only 3 reasons to be a regional athlete, and I'm like, damn, none of those 3 apply to me. I'm gonna get my feelings hurt and make a good point. So I don't think
I hurt your feelings.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think maybe I'm also being facetious here. I don't know that I'm that sensitive, but I get charged up.
Yeah, and I think they're probably. It's different. Like I don't get offended versus like I don't take things personally at times too. Right?
Yeah, maybe that's it.
So how'd you get mixed up with Savon?
Jason Hopper. You know who that is?
I know, yeah, of course, the games champ, but
Okay.
But I don't know.
That was crazy.
I don't understand how that.
So when he first made it to semifinals, he won semifinals. 2021.
So he's been
His
around.
first semifinal, he wins it, beats like all these people.
What region area?
It was Syndicate Crown. It was when it was like the Syndicate. He beat Justin Medeiros, beat all these. Justin was the games champ. He wins it, destroyed all of them. And so Savon has him on his show, and he's like, so do you train with anybody? And we trained together a lot, so he mentioned me.
He was in Charlotte at the time?
I would go to Spartanburg, and he would come up. We trained a lot together at the time, and he was like saying, like, you in 2 weeks, you got to watch out for Taylor because he beats me in training most of the time, et cetera,
and you were going to one of the qualifiers?
Yeah, and so then Savon had me on the podcast, and we just hit it off, I would say.
Because what's the format on Savon's channel? Like, are there specific shows and specific days and times? Because he'll just like be on my feed. I never know what.
He does a live show every morning. At 7 a.m. PST. He'll have Caleb on. On Wednesdays, he has Greg on.
Always Glassman.
On Saturdays, it's Kill Taylor.
It's always you. Like, I was actually live today, but you do the workout on the show.
Yeah.
And then people try to beat you.
Yeah, I think those are
There's Jason Hopper's coach over there, Matt Torres.
Coach L. Coach L's Jason Harper's coach.
Oh, but he's under Brute?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you guys hate Matt Torres?
I don't hate Matt Torres. I'm watching his talk tomorrow. I want to learn.
Yeah.
I want to learn how to remote coach, bro.
I told this about, I love Matt, dear friend, when I was on Savant. I said, like, he's the perfect example of did so much work in the dark. Like, I would show up to North Naples CrossFit, his former partner Dario's here. He would just be programming for like Joe Schmoes. Boom, 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 right? Then it was like one day he got Dallin. One day he got one of the girl teams, right? Then all of a sudden it's like, where'd this guy come from? I'm like, 10 years of programming for idiots like me. And you know, like, that's so, like, I remember watching him and I would always like, keep going, dude, keep doing it.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
And now look at him.
Yeah, it's
So
amazing.
anyway, you started, what was the format? We were talking about,
He does a live show every day. On Wednesdays it's Greg, Saturdays Kill Taylor. And then I think maybe Sousa does a show Monday. Is that right, Bryson? Yeah, no one watches that one. And then
Sousa's here too. I love Sousa's a good dude.
but some of his shows are just like a live call-in. Some of them are interviews. So we didn't.
I found out all the drama from Savant. Like,
Yeah.
I literally texted Matt. I was like, "Are you okay?"
Oh, Jenny's
And
on
that's
his
Dents.
YouTube channel. Yep.
Why? Is her last name Dents?
Nope, it's just called Dense Updates. I think
Like
the
Dense,
CrossFit
like
she goes to is CrossFit Density
Okay,
or something like that.
cool. Well, tell her I said hi. Like,
I will. She'll be stoked to
Big
hear
fan.
that.
Yeah. No, and I think what's interesting too is like you go on Savant's and like I was joking that he doesn't like Fern and like it's like we all have so much more in common.
Yeah.
It's like 99% of what we believe is the same, and then it's like these little periphery like.
Well, we all love Rich Froning, so I think that's the main thing.
What? Because of Mayhem?
Yeah.
You know what? They kept me in the dark on all that. I found out. Fern doesn't tell me anything because he knows I will give.
Well, it's too late for you guys to partner with Sentinel, but you know, I guess you guys should have done that.
In fairness, Fern was like, it's either Sentinel or Mayhem. That's what he said. And I was no, when I went on Savant's podcast, Cody was like calling me. He was like, don't say anything. I was like, honestly, Fern has told me so little, I wouldn't even know what to say. But yeah, no, it's cool. I don't even know what's going on, but I'm excited.
So yeah, that channel, we just hit it
Savant,
off.
did he talk about it yet?
Talk about the Mayhem thing?
Yeah.
No. I'm sure he will. But we I think we hit it off, and we just kind of, I don't know. I would just kind of asked him if I could go on the show more often, and then I got hurt right before semifinal. So I had 2 ACL surgeries. I played football in high school sober. I tore my ACL, had a hamstring graft. Everything was fine. I never had issues with it. 2 days before the first semifinal I ever qualified for, I was skateboarding because I skated growing up.
Oh shit. I'm not saying why would you do it right before
I'm a
2
drug
days?
addict.
Yeah.
I was looking for probably, to be introspective, I was looking for a release of all the anxiety I had, and I would seek
ready
that.
for that,
Adrenaline was like, you know, I was a huge adrenaline junkie, and I was going down this hill like 30 miles an hour on just a regular skateboard, no helmet. It got the speed wobbles. I was like, well, I'm either going to break my fucking skull in the ditch or jump off, and so I jumped off on it. And so I had that surgery, was coming back from it, and I did a couple semifinals, but like, it was like I'd have to squat Monday, not do any legs Tuesday, run Wednesday. You know what I mean? It was
like literally a career ender for you.
Ish. And so before that most recent semifinal, I was like doing push jerks warming up and tore my meniscus because that meniscus got injured. They repaired it, ACL, it was like everything. And then I was like, I remember calling him and being like, he didn't even really know me well, I think at the time. I'd been on maybe like 4 or 5 shows. I remember calling him and telling him and thinking like, man, he's never going to want to have me on the show again because
I'm no longer useful, right?
And I think he was like not even listening to me talk on the show. He was like, Avi, stop. And I was like crying. So it was like 2 completely different conversations. And he's like, dude, I don't care. Just come on the show. And he like just said something like that. And
here you are.
Yeah. And then I was like trying to coach so much in Andy's gym. He was like, hey, you can't coach all my classes. You got to do something else. So then I kind of had a conversation with my wife and then JR, who's a good friend.
Are you married?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, I lose it. But I'm happily married. My wife's pregnant.
Well, you've also been walking around with a lot of strange women here.
No, stop.
I didn't want to,
Stop, dude.
You specifically said, hey, I'm not married this weekend earlier.
Christ.
So I didn't want to say anything.
Wow, my wife's not going to find that funny.
But when did you meet your wife?
At a CrossFit gym. My friend JR's gym called Crash, CrossFit Crash.
Where's that? Because I know
Spartanburg. That's
okay.
where
That's
Jason trained.
I know that one. But she was a member there.
Yep. We met. I just saw her doing a workout, and I DM'd her. I said, hey,
That's
nice
creepy.
Ass.
Like, why did you go up to her in person?
Like, you got a fatty. You should.
Why did you go up to her?
I'm a pussy, dude. Well, I was there, and I think she left before me, and then I was going back to Charlotte.
Oh, gotcha.
So I texted my buddy. I was like, hey, who is this? And he was like, I think she has a boyfriend. I was like, God damn. And he was like, wait, never mind. She doesn't.
How long did you guys date?
Almost 2 years.
I mean, you're young.
Yeah.
I mean, you're only 30.
We've been married for 2 years.
You've been through like multiple lifetimes.
It's crazy. Yeah.
And she's pregnant now?
Yeah.
First kid?
Yeah.
Do you know when is the baby due?
Like what?
When is the baby scheduled to come out of your wife's?
Oh, scheduled. Scheduled. Wow, you gotta watch.
I said due.
I got a documentary you can watch. We're doing a home birth. She's
cool.
Early May.
I should introduce you to my buddy Andrew. You know Andrew Charlesworth?
Yeah, I know who Andrew Charlesworth is.
Him and his wife have 3 kids. I believe they were all home births.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they're bad. I mean,
Sevon's kids too.
Oh, they home births?
Twins home birth.
I would imagine his wife's name is Haley.
Yep.
I would imagine she's the type of woman that did not do drugs.
Haley Matosian.
Yeah. Which is
definitely not
insane.
Lizzie wants to do the same thing.
Dude.
I know.
The first one, my wife was like, no drugs, all the thing. We got there, she's like, give me drugs.
Pump it. Lizzie's so scared of that. She's like,
That's one of my children.
You just gotta, hold my hand.
But the second one, she didn't. And like, when you see your wife have a kid, you're like, women are so much stronger than men. Like, you know how it is. Like, if I got to take a pee one time, like, this hurts. A big poop. And it's like your wife pushes a child out. So boy or girl, do you know?
Well, I guess we have to wait till it's like 8 or 9 to find out.
8 or 9 years old, you're going to let the baby choose?
Sorry. Yeah, we don't know. We're going to find out, I think, in a month.
Yeah. No, the time for. When did you say it was due? May?
Yeah.
So
she's 15 weeks.
So this is you're the perfect example. Like, what is your life going to look like?
What a father should be.
Like, Rod, Meme for Time?
Yeah.
I see him still training like a lunatic. I'm like, bro, like, you're going to get hurt. Like, you're not sleeping.
I'm doing it for my kids, bro. What do you mean?
Yes, but like, and there's it's different, but like.
I'm not going to ever work out for my kids.
No, but I mean, you're going to have like choices to make where it's like, spend time with my kid, work out. Especially when you're like, I think you need to be selfish and always take care of yourself. But there's a point where you're not being selfless, you're being selfish in your time.
Yeah, I'm not scared, and I'm not scared, and maybe I'm naive for not being scared. We're going to homeschool. Our plan's to homeschool. We're super granola.
We got 5 years until that.
Yeah, I know, but I know that, look, I know when the baby's born, there's going to be 6 months where I do whatever my wife tells me to do. I'm aware.
The first 6 months, I would argue, are like easier for the man because like there's only so much you can do.
Okay.
And then when it's like they're no longer attached to my boob.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
No, but homeschool is cool. Like
I know that's going to be the case, but I don't have to go to the gym anymore. We built a gym at my house, and so I'm gonna hang that little freaking whatever gender it wants to be up in the gym, and maybe I won't be able to work out as much, and that'll be fine. But I definitely want to be a dad more than I want to be a games. I'm never gonna make games.
But that's cool to hear, and I think like even just that mentality is badass. And I know no dad would ever say that, but it's like my mentor who's here used to say, I can't hear you because your actions speak so much louder, right? And it's like that. It's like, don't tell me you'd rather be a dad when you're working out for 2 hours and your wife's stressed out crying with the baby.
I got to do my games training while my wife's at the hospital.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to do that. But I think, I don't know, maybe, like I had daddy issues. My dad died. He wasn't the best one when he was alive. He was an alcoholic. And so I take it really to heart that I want to be a better one. And I think I have a great role model, I would say, in Sevon. And just
does he make you call him daddy?
Yeah, Dad. I just want to do a better job of that. But also, I don't want to be too good of a dad because then my kids won't be good at burpees. I gotta give them some adversity. Maybe.
What do you think you get a reputation for being disliked on the internet or like?
Oh, I mean,
'Cause
I know I have people that love me like vehemently and are really loyal followers, and I also know there are people that think I'm like a misogynist, homophobe, racist, like all, you know,
And you
Trump,
are? Is that
Trump 2025, 2028, sorry.
You don't strike me as like certainly not homophobic.
No.
I think
If anything,
yeah,
the
I've
other
seen
way.
you doing gay
Yeah,
things.
yeah, exactly.
What's something else we disagree on? Let's do one more thing that we've not agreed on.
Fuck, this is going to get me going.
Yeah.
Don't coach a class after you just finish a workout.
Okay, perfect. That's
Okay.
a great one. So what do you not like about that? Because again, it's in a vacuum and I can explain it.
Yeah.
So let me explain it better. Tell me if this
Okay.
changes. So you have a 9 to 5 or whatever your time.
Yep.
Your time to work out is 4, and then you've been put on the schedule for 5. Like that's pretty standard, right?
Yep.
And then like, this is my only time to work. I'm like, cool. If you're like, a lot of it you can attribute to the owners. If your owner wasn't dumb, there would be a 7 to 10 minute cool down baked into that 60-minute class. Finish your workout. You don't get to cool down with class. Go change your shirt, take your smelly knee sleeves off, pound your drink, and then go coach. It's like, I'm not wanting you to work out. I'm just saying you can work out and still show up looking professional. And professional is just like
that's
clean
what you're
t-shirt.
Okay. So for you, the major drawback is the professionality of the trainer in a sweaty shirt, in like still a little breathing. What is their profession?
If they're getting paid for that class, in that hour, it's coaching.
Okay. But what are they coaching?
CrossFit.
Okay.
So you're saying, so you look like a CrossFitter.
I'm just saying that, okay, if you are, maybe this, there's probably a lot more nuance to it. And this is probably where the nuance comes. If you are a trainer who is so inexperienced that you need the first, and I'm not even saying every trainer needs this or could use this. So I'm saying you're so inexperienced and I don't need it. But hey, if I've been coaching 10 years and I see a 5K run on the whiteboard, I don't need necessarily 10 minutes right before class to start for me to do all my preparation and memorize everything before
But it's
class.
not about the prep, because my argument with that should have been done.
Right, already.
It's more just how you show up to it.
Okay. So if that's the argument, I would say what I get most out of from a coach and someone I want to follow is someone like, I'll give Andy as an example. He's 64 years old. He's got a 6-pack. If he's working out at the gym or just working and not coaching, his shirt is always off. If you come in from outside, odds are you're going to see a geriatric with his shirt off, and it's a 6-pack.
Yeah.
And the thing to me is, when I first see that, it's like, damn, I want to look like that when I'm that age. And I have seen 80-year-old women come in and are like admired by that. And I would say and just maybe we're different in that aspect, but what I admire most in someone who I want to listen to and follow is they're doing exactly what they're telling me to do. And I can see it all over them. The sweat on their shirt, the lines in their body. And
I agree with that.
Would you rather have a fat trainer or one that just did a workout? No, this is a serious question. Would you rather have a trainer who has above, as a guy, 15% body fat, and as a girl, 25% body fat, or a trainer who is diced out of his mind but just finished a workout?
If my only option were that, the latter, yes.
Okay. Then we agree.
For sure. I think as I've gotten older, I better understand that I'm a lot of things, but one, I'm not the normal, and neither are you. Because like, you and I in fitness are very similar. And like, Andy at 64 could also intimidate
100%.
And that's the issue, right?
Yeah.
Like, yes,
I agree.
I train jujitsu. It's like I show up and I'm like, I'm here to get my ass kicked, right? And
I agree, yeah.
And most people are not like us. Nicole Carroll used to say it really well on staff when we were getting trained. She's like, say fuck. But if you offend one person, it wasn't good.
Right.
Right? And it's like the same thing. Like, don't think just because you're not intimidated that other people are.
I agree wholeheartedly with that.
And then I think like for anything that we could argue about, it's like the slippery slope of it. Like, cool, if Andy's the owner and he shows up like that, do I have a guy that takes it to the extreme? Like he's wearing booty shorts,
100%,
and he's barefoot.
Yeah.
Right. Like so again.
I agree.
And it's also like don't never do that. Like class ran late.
Yeah.
Show up and coach. But if you're always like the smelly knee sleeve, you just. I think it's hard. I think a lot in on one hand, as CrossFitters, we're like, let's professionalize these things and let's get paid and let's do this. And then we're like, but let's also keep it grassroots and that. And it's like, they're sometimes at odds with one another.
I just had a crazy moment of self-discovery. I'm probably, this is good. So I think probably what I'm doing when I see you make these posts is you're saying, hey, in a vacuum, if there's a best practice, let's lean towards this side of the spectrum. For me, I'm like, but I'm different. And I can get away with it.
And you probably can for a lot of things because you have your level 3, right?
Yep.
Like just think about that in and of itself shows me anyone with their level 3. I'm like, oh, you put some time in, dude.
Yeah.
Like you get way more grace. Like nothing.
But I shouldn't.
But you should in the sense that if someone shows up with their level 3, what do I know? They've coached at least 750 hours.
Yep.
Right? They passed a pretty hard test.
Yep.
They made a point to go to 2 weekends away from their house, right? So when an L1 is arguing with me, I'm like, bro, like I'm an expert. And I don't say that like I'm the best in the world.
I get it.
I'm just like, it would be like me being like, this is the type of drug to go with. You'd be like, I'm a fucking expert. Like I've done it.
And
I'm like, I'm smoking swag or whatever it's called, right? And you're like, this is the good shit. And you could, what are you an expert at? I mean, I would argue CrossFit, but like we're gonna like we know it. Like there's got to be something you're good at. Like you mentioned military biographies, right? Like
I would say I'm an expert at doing CrossFit. I'm airing,
and I'm not. And like, that's a great example. So if I was like, hey, we back squatted today, like we should do this, and you were like, but this is why that doesn't actually make sense, and I continue to argue, like I have I'm not a good programmer.
Okay.
Like so it's like that's what I'm always. It's like. Hey, just try to be a little, and to like, at 47, I'm like, when I heard you talk, I was like, that makes sense.
I get that, and that's the part where I say I'm easily excitable and I get charged up.
And I also know my posts are doing that, but it's also like,
that's crazy. You're not even trying. That's why you're so good at it. You're just being authentic.
I'm just being like, this is how I like, and also like, I mean, I don't know how much you know about me. Like, I sold my first gym for $700K. And I started with $0.
Stop doing that because you're making most gyms think that their gym's worth $700K.
Yeah, but also like, hey, well, that's true too. but also like, I've clearly done something right. I earned my level 4. Like, I've helped thousands of other. Like when I post about 4-week billing, for example.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about that.
What'd you post? Sorry.
That I think gyms should do 4-week billing.
Oh, okay.
And everyone like comes at me about it.
Makes you more money.
And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, first of all. What I'm not saying is like, don't tell anyone, by the way, there's a 13th billing cycle. Like, unless they're stupid, they should understand that.
Yeah.
But you should also be transparent. Like, but everybody jumps to like, that's shady. I'm like, if you think I'm telling people to like not tell their members what this means, you're just dumb.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's worked for thousands of, the same affiliate owners that push back about that, like, I can't pay my bills.
Yeah.
Right? Like, well, maybe charge every 4 weeks.
Or start an online program and you won't have any bills.
Let's talk about it. So if this goes out, this will be out within, call it a month. TrainSentinel.com?
Yeah.
But is that no good? You want it sooner?
Yeah. I mean, it just, we'll talk after, but you guys got to really get a StreamYard account and do
we should be promoting
stuff.
Mayhem anyway. They're better than TrainSentinel, right?
We'll promote Mayhem.
Right, but we do StreamYard. We've done live stuff. We're just here.
Do more live stuff.
Why?
Dude, that's where all of the engagement come from.
Yeah, I know. I go on Savon's and it's like, but he's got the same like.
No, you would kill it. You guys would kill it.
No, we've done live stuff, but you get like
more live
we get
stuff.
the same Judy Reeds and eating beavers
Doesn't
and
matter. Those
dick
are the
in my
people,
cock type things.
But it's
whatever.
like the members of your affiliate. You're gonna have the people who've been coming for 10 years, and then they're gonna tell their friends and family. I mean, that's how we've grown. We're switching platforms. We are $20 a month now, which is insane. Like what we offer. You would be blown away for $20.
Why? What about it would blow me away?
Imagine you're an L4. Imagine you've given a 5-minute whiteboard brief and you've answered 10 questions at your whiteboard brief on scaling in every imaginable scenario for an athlete. We give that for every single element of the training day.
In what format? Like
notes,
text or
written text notes. Some programs do videos. No one wants to watch a fucking video and they're eating their bowl of cereal because you can't shut that person up. You just want, hey, maybe you're at work and you just want to read this. You're like, what am I doing later today? So
give me a workout example of scaling.
We have a training focus of the day. It's like a paragraph. And then the intended stimulus. And if you're on the compete track, we typically have 4 pieces a day. They're not 4 workouts, but it's like 4 components to the training day.
That's a lot.
How
long is that?
That's like 2 to 3 hours. Then we have a classic or like a 60 track that's an hour workout. Warm up, cool down, maybe workout.
Boxes are using it? Like affiliates?
It's not an affiliate program, but we have like 30 affiliates using it.
Somebody buys it and then uses it.
And I want them to do that. I don't care. Show more people our shit. There's like, I don't know, it's got to be like 50,000 words a week.
You do it all?
Bryson and I.
This is just you two? That's cool.
So it's like.
How'd you guys meet?
I moved to Charlotte.
From where?
Alpharetta, Georgia.
And he makes you have that mustache like that, or what?
Yeah, I made him. So we do all that, and that's probably the main job. It's like probably takes like 3 hours a week to program all the programming that we have, and 10 hours to do all the notes.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's no joke when you do.
And we coach people. In every lifting or tech or thing where it's like, hey, this is pretty technical. I know you can make everything technical, but like if there's a snatch workout, we'll say, hey, send us a video of your reps for feedback and review. People DM us on Instagram.
Included?
Yep.
That's absurd. You have to charge more.
Well, we're increasing our price to $29.
To $29?
Yeah.
You gotta go.
No. Nope. Hey, I get what you're saying.
You gotta bill every 4 weeks at least.
But we brought in another L3 to help with video review. That'll be our benchmark.
But now this is costing. There's a point in time where you getting more people is costing you money.
Well, whatever I'm going to pay this L3 to sit on their couch for 2 hours a week to do video review.
But that 2 hours could be infinite if enough people sign up.
Hey, if it is, I'll address that problem when I get there. If we get to 10,000 subscribers and that's our issue, I'll make an adjustment and I'll say, hey.
It should just be a premium if you want to send in your videos.
I understand that, but what's more important than a premium is we're actually helping people, and I know you can help people for more money, but we make good money right now. We'll be me making more money.
Got a new mouth to feed.
I know. All I'm saying is we're bringing in another L3. Our benchmark will be,
Who's this? Give them
we have a team.
You know who it is?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Well, we haven't announced them yet. They're interning. They're actually interning for seminar staff as well.
Breaking news.
He's a plumber. I would say that. That's as much as I can say.
Dusty Rhodes.
And people will know essentially who that is.
Oh, really? They would know if he's a plumber?
Yeah, they would know.
Is that true? But why? Is that from Savon? Like
they'll just know.
Okay.
They'll just know. And then that'll be our benchmark for people who are doing video review. You got to be a level 3 trainer because I don't want some schmucks teaching our members. And what I mean by that is Bryson and I are really good coaches, and we pride ourselves on that.
Are you L3, Bryson?
Yep.
No, and it's like I said before. If you show up and you're an L3, like I know a lot about you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's another guy who I think we could potentially bring on at some point, and that is like it's the ATG method. Are you familiar with knees over toes guy?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I started following him after my second ACL surgery, I had like 80,000 followers. Program was like $20.
Up, yeah.
They were giving video review. Now he's, millions. So, and what he did is, they did a price increase, but it wasn't $30 to $150. It was $30 to like $50.
Yeah, but it scales and
And they brought in people who do video review for them. And I would say they probably did a much worse job than we would do, because if you're an ATG coach and take his seminar,
what does that mean? Yeah.
You don't have any of the credentialing that an L3 has. So that's my vision for it, but.
Cool. No, I want to see you succeed.
In 10 years, we're going to break the band on all these fools. So
cool. I hope so. Like nothing gets me more, entrepreneurship as a whole gets me fired up. And when you're doing it for CrossFit and like seeing what you're doing, I know like I reached out. I forget.
You tried to get me to do a couple, like we were at the games.
At the games, yeah.
Things just have been.
Did you guys destroy that house that you were staying in, by the way?
What house?
At the games,
we get the best Airbnb checkout reviews that you've ever seen.
How? Like you look like you were.
CrossFitters. We do everything. The way you do one thing is the way you do
So you cleaned up well and everything?
The only food in the house is meat and berries, so it's not like there's fucking wrappers and shit everywhere.
Yeah. I was watching you guys and I was like, whoever bought the Airbnb like review is gonna be terrible.
Oh, that was in Albany, this most recent one.
Yeah. And you guys are tight with Colton now?
Yeah, I love Colton.
How
Great
did
friend.
Colton get mixed up with you guys?
He liked the show, and I think we're
dude.
like people where we're easy, you know, we're slutty. Like if you like us, we'll probably like you back. It's kind of
Well, you have like you guys have like a bro humor.
Yeah.
Which is why we all get along. But no, it's been great having you. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you brought Bryson with you.
And before we finish, you guys are doing coaching development, obviously. Is that going to be exclusive?
Didn't we work with you a little bit at some point? Pat did?
Yeah, Pat Barber.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know when the L4, I mean, yeah, we should talk about.
You got some breaking news that I don't know about.
We should talk about some more of the development stuff for Bryson and I. I mean, we really want to learn, and CrossFit's not offering anything right now for us. We've taken basically every.
Well, we will work with you. I don't know if we would do that for anyone, but we would work with you because, one, publicity, right? Like you'll pass the L4, and then we can lay claim to that.
Well, the L4 is like I think the way they're releasing it is you won't not be able to pass it.
Oh, is that what you were saying earlier?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, then we definitely want to work with you.
Conjecture. Anyways, we should talk more after this. But are you guys? You probably can't talk about it, so never mind.
Well, anyways, I don't know what you're gonna ask.
I was gonna ask if that coaching development thing is gonna be exclusive to Mayhem affiliates.
No,
but it'll be a better deal or something.
We have a coach development program that's part of Affiliate U. So
Yeah.
if CrossFit Charlotte signed up, Andy and all of his staff, you two included, have access to Todd and Cabo and the rest of our team. And then we currently have something called the Knowledge, which is, calls
That's what I was working with Pat. Yep.
and feedback, right? Anyone can sign up for that. And from my understanding, things could change. Whether you're with us or you're with Mayhem, you'll be able to sign up for that program.
Cool.
Yeah. No, we want to help everyone.
Cool. Sweet. Awesome.
Cool. All right. Well, Taylor Self, great to have you. From drug addict to fitness addict.
That's good.
And Taylor
CrossFit
Self,
addict.
CrossFit addict. Yeah. And he's not as unlikable as people say he is.
That depends. I can be pretty unlikable.
I've enjoyed it. This is great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thanks.
Thanks for checking out this episode of the Best Hour of Their Day podcast. We appreciate you listening and choosing to have us help you in your passion for coaching and affiliate ownership. You can find more episodes just like this on all podcast platforms. If you're interested in learning more, you can reach out to us on any social media platforms, or you can visit www.besthouroftheirday.com to book a call. If you found this episode helpful for you, please share it so that we can help other coaches and affiliate owners to help build a bigger and stronger CrossFit community. Thanks for listening.